ain't supposed to say.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
Yo.
This is Lexi.
And this is Nicole.
And this is Don't Say That Shhh.
A podcast where we talk about politically correct issues in a politically incorrect society, a.k.a.
all that shit we ain't supposed to say.
Yes. If
Welcome.
this is your first time listening, make sure to follow us on the gram.
Yep.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Is it the gram? Did we have that conversation? Oh, it is the gram. We had that
Oh, it's
conversation
the,
last
y'all told me don't
it's
say
not
the
the
Instagram.
Facebook, but it's the gram. It's the gram.
I'm going to call it what I want to call it. Y'all not going to age shame me, okay? I said to YouTube, right? Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yep.
Like us on Anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Spotify. And if you like what you're hearing, please request us on Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to donate by becoming a patron on Patreon or by using the Anchor app.
That's right. And on those apps, you can actually donate to us. So
yes.
We want to make sure you guys donate to us. YouTube. No, not on YouTube. I'm sorry. You can donate to us on Anchor and Patreon.
YouTube, you can donate to us.
Oh yeah, on YouTube you can donate to us. We should do a live show about questions, and you can donate while you're doing a live show.
Yeah, or you YouTubers or whoever that's listening, donate. Anybody donate.
That's money. Yeah, we like this money. The money keeps the podcast going. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Anybody of our return listeners, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here with us. You know, we like, how many months in? Like 4 months in now. This is pretty good.
Yeah, we've been consistent.
We just here, February 1st. That means Black History Month. When you hear this, it won't be February 1st. But Black History Month has started, guys. How black are you? We here. We made it. All this long January. We had a lot going on.
Black. I'm
black. Okay, we black.
I remember when Beyonce came out with that Formation song.
Let's get information.
Somebody made a meme like this is basically what Beyonce was saying. Because remember, a lot of people were offended by the Formation video. Like, oh, that's so black. Like, but they made a meme with Alan Payne with the thing. That was from a movie, right?
Oh, I don't know what that clip is from, but I just always love it.
It's from a movie with like Tisha Campbell, like, and they were like having like a war against like the light skinned girls in the dark. It's like a 80s movie, I think Class Act or something.
What
like
is it,
that.
like West Side Story?
A kid, but I don't know.
A play on West Side Story? Is both sides, or Romeo and Juliet?
I forgot, and I saw the movie, but it's a funny movie.
If y'all know the movie, let us know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Guys. Let us on the Instagram and the YouTube. Let us know what the movie was. I don't know what I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all. That's the one we talking about.
So
we played it on the last. We put it on the episode with Malcolm X. I think we did. I don't know why we did, but it's okay. So here we are, guys. Black History Month. If you can see me on YouTube, you can see what I say. What my shirt says. It says "We Out." Harriet Tubman.
Oh, it's from CB4. I never.
That's
what it's Chris Rock.
Never seen that movie. So we out. Harriet Tubman let them know we out of here. We don't want to be with them no more. We out of here. So that's what we started with.
What you see my shirt say "Ain't Otto" from Sojourner Truth.
But why did it say "Ain't
I
Otto"?
don't know. I was like laughing, but the "we out," I thought I got that.
The "we out," like, all right, come on, let's go in this. Let's go
out.
down these. We out.
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
We out. Don't say nothing. Won't be nothing. Right? So I don't know why ain't. If y'all
I'm
know it was Sojourner
I'm
Truth,
find out before the end of this episode.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It was a speech?
It was a speech? Oh, that's what this is what happens. That's what we should have. It was a speech. When the producers told us it was a speech. So let's get into Black History Month, guys. So today, February 1st. I mean, no. For when you guys hear it, this will be, let's see, drum roll. February 4th. So you'll see February 4th will be 4 days into Black History Month. And I want to know what you guys are doing to be more black. Right? Is that what it is? No, we want to know what you're doing to appreciate and to remember all the black people that have come before us and did things for us. So today, this episode is going to be on notable people that we feel like we should, talk about and let you guys know. But we'll get into that part later. So let's talk about the background of Black History Month. So Black History Month began as Negro History Week, which I didn't even know that. It gave us a whole week, right? It's cool. It was created in 1926 by Carter E. Woodson. He was an African-American historian, scholar, educator, and publisher. He wrote the book a lot of people know as The Miseducation of the Negro. Sorry, The Miseducation of the Negro. I know it sounded like I was saying it.
Said Negro.
Negro, right?
He was slipping up like that newscaster that said the Snakers.
Oh, the Snakers. The
Neekers.
That's another one. We won't get into that today.
Off topic.
It became a whole month in 1976, so after the Civil Rights Movement. And the reason why they chose this month because it coincides with Lincoln and Frederick Douglass's birthday. So that's why they pretty much came away. They both were abolitionists, so that's why they figured that maybe this was an appropriate month for us to celebrate Black History Month. Mm-hmm. You know, before people used to say, "Oh, it's the shortest month of the year." That's why they gave. That's why they gave the blacks.
Repeat it again. Oh, you said that it was around February because of why did he choose it again?
They said because it was Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass's birthday, two abolitionists.
Oh, so they thought Lincoln was for the people. Okay.
They thought Lincoln was for the people. Copy. Yeah, we'll go with that one, but you know, that's another story. We going with Frederick Douglass.
I guess he get a little credit more than his other ancestors or the people before him.
Yeah. Right. So now, what do you do to celebrate Black History Month? Do you do anything?
In elementary school, I did.
What did you do?
They have Black History Month, so we would make arts and crafts, and we probably would do they would play I Have a Dream.
Okay, of course.
On a PA system. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm an adult, I actually don't do anything for Black History Month.
Yeah, it's strange, when you realize how much you forget about celebrating those things and living those months out.
I actually haven't forgotten. I just don't do anything
for it.
I would say productive, something that is actually going to benefit my people. But, yeah, I'm going to get into it because we're doing a few challenges this month, but you can continue.
Yeah, we'll get into it because I think even my son, he wanted to color a picture of Malcolm X the other day. I'm pretty sure because they're probably starting to talk about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So
they're talking about Malcolm X in school?
They're talking about Malcolm X because he wanted to color a picture of Malcolm X. So, okay, we're going to see. I'm going to let him know the real deal, but it's okay. I remember when I was in school, they definitely did the I Have a Dream speech. And when I got a little bit older, my teacher, Miss Taylor, she was like, please research people other than Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I don't want to hear nothing else about him or Madam C.J. Walker. She was very okay, we don't want to hear nothing about that no more. Let's find some other people. So that was the criteria.
You got your disdain for Madam C.J. Walker?
No, I didn't get that. It was from the bleaching cream, but we can get into that later.
Oh, wait a minute. You know about that. Yeah. Prior to.
No, not prior to. Now when you told me, I was like, But when we talked about Black History Month, I had to research. She said pick somebody else, and that's usually when we were kids, you would go into the encyclopedia. So my grandmother had the encyclopedias, and I would go and I say, you know what, I'm gonna find somebody. So I say, you know what,
Lexus is old.
I did.
She encyclopedia.
Yeah, that's when they used to come with the salesman around, and they would buy the encyclopedias from him with the luggage.
Tell me your age,
they
girl.
sell the encyclopedia. I'm 29. Okay,
that's old now.
But
where your crutch at?
Oh, it's okay. I'll be 30 this year, 30, but it's okay. Yeah. So I researched Marcus Garvey. That was really cool because I was able to. They made you make a panorama. That's what's well. That's usually for animals, but they made you make a scene of what you researched. So I made him coming from Africa to Jamaica to America. So then I learned because Marcus Garvey Park is actually across the street from my house. So it was pretty cool that I was able to learn. Oh, this is Marcus Garvey Park. Who Marcus Garvey is. So that's what my mom
What grade
told
did you
me.
say you were in?
I was about 4th grade.
Okay.
So that's why we chose Marcus Garvey
because
he was literally the park across the street. So I was about 9 when you're in 4th grade. So that's pretty cool. So that's why I got a taste of somebody different other than the people we would already know. And then when I got to college, I took Black Writers, and then I took another Black History or Black Studies class because I just wanted to learn a little bit more other than Malcolm X.
That's dope that you took that as an elective because I know I took a hip hop class, but I didn't take any Black history classes, which I should have because.
The funny part about it, if you guys don't know, before we get to the episode, when you go to college, you can pick your writing class. So the writing classes, some of the writing classes double. So the other classes double as writing classes and an elective. So what I had was I realized when you really look at it and read it, they'll automatically tell you to take after you take English 1 and English 2, they'll automatically tell you to take 1900s literature or something like that. I'm like, they ain't gonna talk about what I want to hear. Let me figure something out. So when I looked at the other ones, they said, this fits the criteria for English 3. What you need to graduate, and it was Hispanic and Puerto Rican writers or something like that, and then it was Black writers. So that's why I picked Black writers.
That's dope.
So you gotta really read. That's why you need to read because you don't realize what classes you can change out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So here we are today. We want to give a challenge. So I'm gonna preface the challenge with this little dialogue I got here.
Okay.
Do you know what it is to be a nigger? I know we're gonna get tough, right? A nigger is a contemptuous term for a black or dark-skinned person. A nigger would be spit on, ostracized, and lynched. A nigger couldn't read. He couldn't swim in the same pools as other people. He couldn't even drink out of the certain fountains. A nigger wasn't able to even consider. A nigger wasn't even considered human. They were actually chattel. Cohabitation between blacks and other people was even forbidden. These were niggers. They were put aside, right? So from the night, we also realize that this definition has changed as we've come to be to 2000. Well, we're in 2020 now. The word nigger has actually evolved. So before, they're saying now, a contemptuous term for a black or dark-skinned person. But before, a nigger was, as we said, chattel. We knew they was, or whatever they created the definition of. Because Webster and Oxford, these people have created these definitions for us that change over time. Mm-hmm. This month, we want you to stop saying the word nigger. Because we figured that is not the word that we need to be using in our everyday vernacular. But we know in rap videos and in street terms, we hear people calling each other nigger. Some people even justify it by saying we're taking ownership of the word. And we want to let you know that there's no ownership in a word that degrades you or was once called you chattel or disrespects you. Mm-hmm. So, in the 21st century, we even heard people saying, if in the 21st century, you know that even if you hear somebody else saying the word nigger, you turn around and you kind of look like, wait a minute, who's saying that? Because if the voice sounds a little bit different, I guess a white voice or a black voice, right? If you hear a voice saying it, you're like, wait a minute, why are they saying nigga? Or when I'm in a club and Meek Mill is on or Jay-Z is on and they say the word nigga, I'm
like that one night we went to...
and everybody said the word nigga, and we were the only two black people in the club.
I was just about to say, don't say everybody, because I was a white club.
We were only two black people in the club, and everybody said nigga, and we turned around fast, and I said, well, damn.
Well, I actually did. You turned around before I did. Because you was like...
My neck snapped.
You was like, Nicole, they in here saying nigga.
I said, and loud, too, strong saying the word nigga.
With the hard ER. No,
with the hard ER. But when we turn around and we hear them, I was offended. But why the hell am I offended if I use it in my everyday vernacular? Mm. We cannot say spit, greaseball, chink, kike. We can't say any of these words. But yet we still say nigga. It's a despicable term that we use from day to day. And this month we want to challenge you to not say the word nigga, niggas, however you want to say it, with a Z, with the A, with the S, with the
hard ER.
With the hard ER. Even if you want to say it as me as a derogatory term, don't use it. Call me stupid, okay? I prefer you call me stupid, idiot, moron, or whatever else you want to call me. But don't call me nigger this month, okay? Even in your closed door conversations, don't call me a nigger. Because I can't change the color of my skin, and that's the only reason why you call me a nigger. So call me what I am. If I'm ignorant, if I'm stupid, maybe I could change that, but I can't change that I'm a nigger. So don't call me that this month. And don't call your friends that. Don't call your black men or your black women. Let's uplift each other this month and say, let's say dude, ninja, whatever we want to call it. But let's not say nigga no more, because there's so many other terms in this Webster dictionary and this Oxford dictionary that we can use. Okay? I think I challenge you guys. So let me know how your challenge is going. And when you say the word this month, I would like you to leave us a voice message on Anchor and tell me what context you use it for. Because somebody told me when I asked my friend today, they said, well, sometimes they are a bunch of, out here. And not necessarily black people, but they mean just people that are ignorant. They didn't mean necessarily black. But let's not call anybody at all. That sounds good?
It sounds
like a plan. It sounds like a plan. Well, let's get into it now. I know that was a little heavy.
No, it wasn't heavy. I was just sitting back listening, like, okay.
Sometimes I get into it, I get to my speech mode, so I'm just like,
no, we listening.
We listening. All right. So this episode is on Nikki.
So we want to highlight some black professionals. Mm-hmm. So we just want to tell you guys to stop solely looking towards entertainers for aspiration or guides to success. Only approximately 2%, or it's probably about 1% of our population, meaning the black population, will be successful from the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. Blacks have a higher chance at being successful by obtaining higher education and creating industries within and becoming professionals.
Professionals like?
Any type of professional, as far as like a doctor or a nurse or what's the people who do, like, not the electrician, but like
Electrician, plumbers.
Yeah, plumbers, blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, professors.
Teachers.
Yeah, no, I just said, professors, just anything, just not, the corner boy, or, you don't have to dribble a basketball to make money. You don't have to be a rapper, because you might not make it in the industry, and that's okay. It's not meant for everybody.
Right. I mean, like my teacher used to always say, life is a triangle. So if y'all looking at me on YouTube, life is a triangle. So when you think of the triangle, the wealthiest are at the top. It looks like it's that much space at the top. It ain't that much space at the top. So just so y'all know, that means the elitists and the smart people are at the top too. But when you're at the bottom, that's all the masses. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, somewhere in between here are the scholars. But the scholars also are the 1% and 2% if you really realize that, because there's not that many people who even have a PhD that are black. Mm-hmm. They are of the 1%. Mm-hmm. They are of the 2%. Whatever. When we say people who are of the elitists, we don't look at it. We shouldn't always look at it as dollar signs or as fame on TV. There are people in our community that are doing great things that are helping us and helping me in my everyday life. Don't get me wrong. I bop some Cardi, but she ain't my friend, Mm-hmm. And I can't touch her. I can't. You know what I mean? When I mean touch her, I mean like I can't have conversation with her. Mm-hmm. So that's I need to talk to people that I can have conversation with and be enlightened by one-on-one. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Was that shade towards Cardi?
No, that wasn't shade towards Cardi. I love her. I love her. I love her. Her tenacity. I think she works hard for what she wants. She changed her life. She did what she wanted to do. I like her.
Yeah, I just feel like we don't look to the regular people, like everyday folk, as like not necessarily like a guideline, like somebody I should aspire to be, but just regular people. Like I feel like we idolize the celebrities a lot. We look to them to think that's the correct lifestyle. Especially us, like the younger generation and the black people, like they think, it's all about the materialistic things, mm-hmm. when you need to be reading your book, doing something productive. Like, I was talking about gang culture the other day, and I know this is not like related, but it was like someone was telling me a name of a random gang back by where I live, and I'm like, I didn't even know there was a damn gang. I just thought it was like the Bloods and the Crips. Mm-hmm. I'm like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, they're living in it, because I was talking about moving, and the girl was telling me about the local gang, and I'm just like, who the hell created that? I'm like, so those black people, because the area I was that I was referring to is like a black area, it's American and West Indian people, and it's a productive it's a functional like black neighborhood in Long Island. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it would be dope to move over there, because you guys know me. I want to live in like in a diverse community, or like a black community. I don't really want to live in an all-white area, because when you live in an all-white area,
your kids go to white schools.
And not only that, you police a little different. It's like, yes, why you sitting in front of my, somebody call.
Why you checking to see where I'm walking in my house?
Or why you sitting in front of my house? Or why you parking your car in front of my house? They look at stuff like that, because I live in a white area now. So I want to avoid that when I purchase property. So mm-hmm. I was talking about the gangs, and I'm just like, y'all aren't doing anything productive. Like, why the hell are y'all over there forming a gang in a neighborhood when y'all could be doing something else?
And they don't even form the gang to do the right things. Like, even
that's what I was saying. Like, too, I was like, it's not even like a mobster mentality where y'all just over there just doing just committing crime,
just doing stupidness. Now I know we said we don't look towards entertainers, but even Killer Mike was saying that. He was saying how the Crip Cola mm-hmm. and all those things that they create their own industry and jobs for their people.
You said the Crip Cola.
Crip Cola, yeah. Go buy some Crip Cola. But Crip Cola he made his own cola, because he made his own soda, because he was saying that black people don't have anything, and he was saying that was a way for us to create something for people to look up to, because they were saying that the Bloods and the Crips have things, but they don't have any industry, they don't have nothing. So because he was saying that he's the only one that's famous, but other Bloods and Crips that aren't famous, like they can look towards the OGs and be like, okay, well at least we have Crip Cola. They created a business. Let's create a business ourselves
too. So he's taking something ignorant and he's trying to put a little lipstick on it. That's not bad. I mean,
what the Crips and the Bloods was for. Well, we can get on that topic another time. Yeah. Well, it was a little different. The Bloods and the Crips weren't really for that.
Well, I'm not talking about like the originality of it. I'm talking about like what people think of it now. Like,
it's a little crazy, but we just want to let you know that you should look at these professionals that are in your community. And I know you're probably going to say, well, it's not readily available. It's not readily available because you don't read.
I was going to say, you're not looking for it.
You stop reading the gossip columns and the forums, and if you read other things, you would find those people.
Well, I read the gossip columns.
I do too, but I'm just saying, you can have a balance, you know? And even like New Yorker of the Week or CNN, they highlight people that are people from your own community.
I never knew that.
Yeah, New Yorker of the Week or New York One, it actually tells you about people, and I've learned about people in Harlem by looking at New Yorker of the Week. People that I didn't know about but are doing things like helping out elderly people. I even learned about free fencing classes that they give at the Armory here in Harlem.
Oh, from New York One.
Because they want more kids to learn how to do fencing. And they were saying that a lot of the black community is not in fencing, so they were saying that was something. So that was something that, we should look at, and we should highlight those people. So we highlight those people, on an episode like today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get into it, but before we highlight some of the newer professionals, we wanted to just take a look back, historically, and just name some of the innovators, or I don't really want to call them inventors because they basically took some ideas that were already there, and we don't really know who invented some of these things because they put these names there attached to whatever, and I don't really know if that person invented. I wasn't there in 1779 when y'all allegedly whatever y'all was doing, but they took something and they created a patent, so we're gonna say they're the innovators of whatever.
I think black people made sauce.
Sauce.
And I think all
you
black
know what?
Sauce.
That's an inside joke, and I don't like you for bringing that up. You dirty for that.
No, because we said that. No,
I don't want to hear sauce.
No, not about that. But yes, I forgot about that. But no, I think black people always like sauce, so I think that black people created sauce. But that's a whole nother thing.
Okay, girl.
So I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. But anyways, that's the inside joke. Sorry, guys.
All right, so let's get into some of the people. So I wanna talk about the first invention because I actually, it's a little inside joke that I want these people in the studio to explain to y'all. So peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Don't say nothing. Peanut butter. Who created peanut butter?
So you people say that.
You people
say that George Washington Carver created peanut butter.
But it's out there. If you Google it,
let me tell you something.
Google.
Let me tell you how I came to the realization that he didn't. So sometimes you have to talk things out with yourself. You know how people ask me why do I talk to myself? I'm saying, who else am I going to ask that doesn't have the best? I'm smart.
Know what?
I have to, talk to myself sometimes because I am the best. So I have to talk to myself sometimes. But because sometimes I have the right answers already. Just saying. No, I'm just playing. So when I talked to it, George Washington Carver, I was talking to my friend on the phone. I said, they said George Washington Carver invented peanut butter. But I said, you know what? Wait a minute. George Washington Carver was born in 1800. So they say Africans were the first people. But as I know, African cuisine, most African cuisine has peanut butter in it. So I said, well, how the hell could George Washington Carver have invented peanut butter if Africans have been here since the beginning of the time? So I said, this don't make no goddamn sense. I said, let me look up peanut butter then. So the first thing I looked up was, I said, let me look up George Washington Carver, right? And the first one has said George Washington Carver, they put the little peanut butter there. And I'm like, and then the next article said George Washington Carver did not invent peanut butter. Like it was
actually got an article out there saying that because they was mad.
It was like, look, he didn't create peanut butter, okay? Peanut butter was there long before George Washington Carver. It would make sense because the Africans were putting it in collard greens and meats and stews and everything. So he couldn't create peanut butter because people were mashing. I'm pretty sure somebody mashed peanuts before he got there.
So he didn't create the peanut crop?
He didn't create the peanut butter, okay?
He didn't create the crop.
So let's leave that alone and let's leave that in the 99.
But so I think the reason why he gets accredited today, even though it's misinformation, it's kind of a little bit right, so it's on the right path. So I think
not the peanut butter.
Yeah, not the peanut butter, but he did all of these things with the peanut, right? He had like 100 inventions, like all this crazy stuff to do with peanuts.
Exactly. So what George Washington Carver did do was he used this thing called crop rotation, where he used peanuts. He said that when they were overusing the soil, and let's say they were creating corn, right? After a certain amount of harvest seasons, some of the soil is just ruined pretty much. It's been overused. So he realized that by planting peanuts, that helped with crop rotation to make the soil be more abundant and to help to be more
a little bit. Is it like similar to fertilizer?
Revitalizing it. So he brought it back to life, and that's what the peanut butter and sweet potatoes actually did for
They will put it in the dirt or the soil.
Because peanuts grow underground, so they come up and then whatever. It's a couple of plants come up, so it's kind of close to a tuber. Tubers are potatoes, sweet potatoes, all that good stuff, carrots. So they actually help the ground revitalize it and come back, the natural way. Before y'all start putting all them GMOs and Monsanto started taking us out and giving us cancer, they were giving us peanut butter. Now maybe that's why we're allergic to peanuts so much, because maybe Monsanto done effed it all up. But that's a whole nother story.
It's so funny you talk about the GMOs, because, these vegan people.
We ain't going to get into them. Because they think they're so much better with their GMOs, but it's okay. You don't look good, so it's okay. Keep going.
All right.
Some of them do. I'm playing. All
right, so we have the baby buggy, a.k.a. the first cute stroller. It was patented by William H. Richardson. He patented it in 1889. He ditched the shell shape for a basket-shaped carriage that was more symmetrical. The bassinet could be positioned to face either out or in, and rotated on a central joint. A limiting device kept it from being rotated more than 90 degrees. The wheels also moved independently, made it more maneuverable. So this was one of the things, because the stroller was already there, but they already had similar to something he had, but he was like the first one who made it like
the pizzazz on it,
he put the wave on it or whatever. The like you said, pizzazz. Yeah.
Black people, we always put a little dash of salt on stuff. We got like a little seasoning. So we already got a stroller, but the stroller got to turn a little bit. So you like, you know what? I like to see the baby from the front. They said the first strollers were basically wagons and animals carried them. So you always see something, and us, we something ain't right about that. Oh, men carrying the baby in their hand. That's what it is, right?
What?
You ever seen a man? You don't ever see no man walking in the street carrying a baby in the hand. You why you don't got the damn carrier and stuff like that?
I don't like to use a stroller.
They be bugging out.
Crazy.
Yeah, they be bugging out. But that's good. So you're saying that this is like the pram one that they had, or was it a different? It's like that one that I like, the old school one with the pram.
Yeah, the one that we saw the other day that you was just like,
I love that. So when I have my next baby, you give it in the pram so the baby can lay down.
Y'all can donate that to her because she gonna have a baby soon. So I'm calling
soon. I ain't got no man to have a baby by, but we gonna work on that. God's working on me.
You gonna do Sierra's prayer.
I'm gonna do Sierra's prayer. I'm gonna get that right now.
They said people asking for it, but
for that prayer.
You on the list.
I'm asking for that prayer, God. Okay. And if any listeners are out there, you let me know. Okay, the almanac was created by Benjamin Banneker. Yo, what's so funny is I read that so different in my brain.
Benjamin Button?
I heard David Banner in my brain, but we're not getting into that. Y'all know David Banner is. For those wondering what an almanac is, it's a calendar containing important dates and statistical information such as astronomical data and tide tables. So tides to let you know high tides, the water coming up. They need to know that, especially when they're fishing. I love to fish. Actually, it's one of my good.
I know how to fish.
Yeah, I do. My dad taught me when I was a kid. When the boys at the right age now, I'll probably take them fishing.
That's a cool pastime.
Yeah, it's really fun. It was also used for astronomy and many other things, such as the weather predictions, planting periods like harvesting the seasons and stuff, the times of the tides, eclipse dates, and many other things. And Banneker himself was a self-educated astronomer, inventor, scientist. He gained distinction from many achievements in science. He published his own series of almanacs from 1792 to 1797. And he's best known for his medicines and medical treatments, listed tides, astronomical information, and eclipses, all calculated by Banneker himself.
Yeah, very smart guy.
Yeah, very smart guy.
He was originally educated by the Quakers, but then he still taught himself a lot of things. So
the Quakers,
yeah,
like Quaker Oats. You
Quaker
should think
people.
about that. Because,
I do always think about that.
No, because the guy on the front
is a Quaker.
So you look at him. You're supposed to use things that you know. So
it might be like that because when you get into General Electric,
it's not that Quaker. I know that.
When you get into General Electric, you see that was originally Albert Einstein's creation, but we're gonna get into it because we got some examples a little bit later on. But yeah, the Quaker oats. I don't know. I like Quaker oats. I make them every morning for breakfast. I blend them up and stuff like that. What's so funny? You ain't Quaker oats?
I do. I like old fashioned oats though. I don't play with the quick stuff.
You know, Jamaican people, they like to blend up the oats and make it like porridge. They don't like the thickness of it, like the texture.
You know what's funny? A sidebar, Dominicans do the same thing. So what they do in the Puerto Ricans, they actually crush it.
Like a Caribbean thing.
Yeah, so they crush it. It's not avena. So they crush it and they make it like more that you could drink it, but
like
it's really
soupy,
filling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like mine thick and with sugar and spices and stuff like that.
What?
I love him. Like I hate the mop. Like I don't use mops in my house. I don't have a mop.
You know what's so funny?
But that's a breast thing because you could just detach it and take it off. Like I don't like mops because it's attached. But that's a great invention. Like just take it off, boom, done.
I think I have a mop, but I don't use it. And so when I was growing up, people used to make me mop their floors with a rag and a bucket.
Do. I still do. I get on my hands and knees and wipe it down.
I had a country crock bucket, one of those real big buckets. Not a real big bucket, but the big bucket of country crock. And I used to put the chemicals in there, the water, and I used to get on my hands and knees and use a cloth, wipe all the dirt up and put it into the bucket.
Yeah, that's funny. But actually,
it gives it a real clean like that though. The mop ain't gonna get everything. Everything is gonna be
maybe his first mop did get it clean. Like it probably was something.
What was his mop made of?
We're gonna look that up. We gotta find out what his mop was made of. Maybe that mop was better than our mop that we got today. I think they cheapened the mop now. Because when other people get their hands on it, they like to mess it up. Other people other than black people, you know how that works. They like to mess things up. We won't get into that today.
All right, so we have the elevator.
Yes.
By Alexander Miles. So basically, he improved the method of the opening and closing of elevator doors. Reminds me of stand clear to closing doors. Stand
clear to closing doors, please. Oh, sorry. If you're not from New York, you wouldn't know what we're talking about.
No, you're right.
It's the trade. It's the guy that speaks. It's like, stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I thought they turned into a woman.
It depends on the train you're on. So some trains have a woman and some trains are masculine. So they can have equality and inclusivity. Some trains should be black. Yo, get off the door. For Black History Month, you know what's funny? Listen to me, MTA, because listen to this part. For Chinese New Year, they let that Chinese lady have the voice on the 7 train because she's from the thing. So for Black History Month, y'all should put a black voice on there so they can say, "Yo, get off the door, yo."
Hold on one second. For 2020, it's a Chinese person doing that?
Yeah, on the 7 train. She's from.
Does she have a mask on while she?
No, because coronavirus is done. But we have.
Listen, Chinese lady, I'm gonna need you to put that mask back on.
You can't do that. But listen, so yes, they should put a black voice. Stay clear of the closing doors, man. Like, stop leaning on the door,
no,
yo.
That ain't black enough. We need
that ain't black enough.
Black enough.
What would be black enough to stay clear?
Bleep out that N-word. Yo, don't say that N-word.
You be like, yo, get off the door, yo. Like, stand clear the door, man. Somebody trying to get in. Let the people out before you go in. What's up, yo? Why you can't let me out first? That would be good. Okay. Those are all good clips. So I just gave you the clips. Just take this segment and put it on there as my voiceover, okay? Just like y'all guys know, that would be really good.
You so silly. So listen. The opening and closing of elevator doors and the shaft door when the elevator was not on that floor. So basically, he created an automatic mechanism that closed access to the shaft by the action of the cage moving. His design attached a flexible belt to the elevator cage. When it went over the drums positioned at the appropriate spots above and below a floor, it automated opening and closing the doors with levers and rollers. He was awarded the patent in 1887. Moving on, we have the traffic light. Invented
that I knew, actually.
Oh, you know who was by?
That I knew. I didn't know who was by, but I knew the black man created the traffic light because he stop it right there.
Well, allegedly.
The police told him to stop all the time, so he knew to stop.
Girl.
Let me stop. Let me give it up. Come on, commentary.
Listen. So the traffic light was already there allegedly with the red and the green. So they said they needed something with that stop in between because that rhyme. Red, green, stop in between.
Ow. That's when we got our bars.
No, he saw the light, and he seen a way that it could be improved.
He saw the light literally and figuratively.
You so silly. So he knew that it was a way to be improved. He said something ain't right.
That's right. Black people sprinkle magic on it. Boom. We need a yellow light.
So he improved the traffic light by adding the in-between light, which we coined as the yellow light today, in which he was awarded the patent in 1923. He sold the rights to the invention to the General Electric Company. Guess how much he sold it for, y'all?
Come on.
Guess. $40,000, which in today's society is equivalent to... hold on, so guess.
I wish we had the Price is Right music right there and then, so I could do 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 do. So you could have told me to.
So imagine that you're hearing it and tell me what you think.
You know,
tell me what you think it's equivalent to today.
40,000. Let's see, a couple mil.
No.
Oh, come on.
$601,000.
Oh, he get in my house.
And the next thing that you get into, you're gonna see who
stressing me out.
When we create something, we always selling it, and they always looking to buy it. They always looking to buy it, because I don't know if they see the potential. You sell
businesses. We do sell businesses, but we need to sell businesses for more. We shouldn't be sell.
We don't even own enough to be selling them.
This is true. We shouldn't own it. We don't own enough to sell. This is true. We should own.
But when you get into the next one, you're gonna see who owns the General. Well, who started the General Electric Company? Because I didn't even know.
Oh, here we go. The electric lamp we're on. Mm-hmm. Okay, Louis Latimer. Latimer patented his lamp in 1881 and sold that patent around the same time the U.S. Electric Company was created. But he also went on to patent the process for manufacturing a carbon filament, which is within the light bulb, you know, like the little squigglies. And effectively in 1882, I have to describe it. You know, people they gotta hear. We gotta envision what I'm saying.
I didn't know that was carbon either. But keep on.
We're going into that. So Latimer worked alongside his godfather for this electric stuff, Thomas Edison.
No, not his godfather, the godfather.
The godfather.
The OG, the OG of this electric shit.
Letting y'all know. So Latimer, I read that wrong. Latimer worked next to this guy who we all know as Thomas Edison. In New York, we know it as Con Edison. Was hired, Con Man Edison. Maybe that's what it's for. Oops. He was hired by him in 1890. And serves as a chief draftsman and patent. He said, this black man know a lot of stuff. Let me put him at the highest position so I can steal all his inventions. So, fun fact. The Edison Electric Lightning is known now as GE, or General Electric Company.
Make all them light bulbs and stuff. I didn't know
There you go.
That.
All those nice washing machines and things you have in your house. And
So, and they, you know, it's funny because it's not named like Edison, so you wouldn't even know that his legacy's still there. And them people is living off of that.
Making all that money. That's why we can't sell nothing, because they making that money from his name. But you know, they like to steal stuff and recreate stuff. That's like a place down south that's called Justine's Kitchen. And the lady was saying that she was not Justine. It was actually her nanny that was the black person that she took all the recipes from.
I think I heard of that.
Well, yeah, she is not the Caucasian lady that was the one of the recipes. It was the person that brought her up that was the recipes. So that's why she paid homage to her by using all these recipes.
I heard the same thing about Jack Daniels.
Same thing about Jack Daniels.
And they said, weren't you telling me, or I think my boyfriend was telling me, that the black men or the black people that's in that commercial are like, I think, ADOS, like descendants. They're descendants of the slave guy who helped to make the
Jack Daniels?
Yeah. What is Jack Daniels in? Whiskey. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This is heavy today.
Hold on, I want to read the next one.
You want to read
the next one? I want to read the next one.
You want to read the next one.
So, the straightening comb, who made that?
Who did that?
Who made it?
We all know her. Madam C.J. Walker.
What else did she make?
Ooh, she made bleaching cream for y'all to be white. Here y'all go.
You would never be white by bleaching ever.
Not your knuckles.
Tell them again.
Not your knuckles. Not your knuckles.
You'll never be white
by bleaching. And your knuckles don't change.
Your knuckles don't change. Nor do your eyelids. For Black History Month, stop using bleaching cream. Can we do that? Only on scars. Not to change your whole skin color. Only on scars. When you look on the back, it don't say change with your race. It says remove scars.
Funny, when you learn about her, they tell you like she was a creator for straightening hair, but I never knew anything about the bleaching creams. Honestly, I didn't know.
Probably the same thing. You know what happened? When she put that perm on their head, it probably slapped right on their forehead. Oh, damn.
Oh, because that was that lie.
That girl white.
That was that old
Let me
school.
fix that girl up right now. She could put that thing on her whole face and be even whiter. But it's okay. Let me just say, she was an inventor and a creator. She was
like one of the first millionaires.
Yeah, so
as a black woman. So that was a feat in itself. But
and I don't think she was trying to be white with the bleaching cream. I really don't think she was trying to be white.
They wasn't messing with her. Who was the guy I was telling you about? Not Thurgood Marshall, but
the producer said she was trying to be white.
W.E. Du Bois, I believe he wasn't.
He wasn't having her.
Yeah, because he was just like, you're creating things that's making us look like ourselves. Yeah. So it's like, I can't rock with that. He eventually rocked with it because, they ran in the same circles eventually, but he wasn't with that. A lot of black people in that time was not with her doing that, but...
she had to straighten it up. It is what it is.
I mean, we want to be straight. We want to conform, right? We did a whole episode,
on conformity.
The last episode.
Yeah, last episode featuring Panama the Prince. Make sure you check that one out. Yes. All right, next person. We're talking about the blood plasma bag. The blood plasma is the blood without the cells, so which allows for storage. Charles Drew, a black American surgeon and researcher, created the first blood bank. That's a tongue twister. The first blood bank in the United States. Fun fact: during World War II, Drew was in charge of the U.S. and Great Britain's blood plasma programs, but happily resigned after ruling that the blood of blacks would be ironic. Cause whoa.
No. I think that's a typo.
We gotta cut. You saying that? Wait a minute. You saying that they're gonna use the black blood for the white people?
No, they segregated the bloods, honey. So he said deuces.
Wait a minute.
They segregated the blood.
So they got black people blood in one bag and white people blood in another bag?
Yes, they didn't want to eat. That's not disgusting.
They don't want the black people blood even if it was
niggers. That's nigger blood. I don't want that.
Oh,
I don't want your blood. Your blood ain't good enough. Even though I'm dying, I still want your blood.
I still want your blood.
I want the bite. I don't know why that made me think of
vampires.
Dracula. No, I want the bite.
That's what that Dracula. I want to suck your blood, but they count 1, 2, 3, count.
Don't sound like Vlad. I don't want to say what she sounds like because it's gonna be racist.
It's gonna be racist. You can say it. Don't say that. You say it. You might as well say it. We already on the air. Damn, they didn't want the black blood, but we got the spices. They would have learned how to use some of the seasonings if they would have got the black blood or something. When they felt it, like, oh my god.
What movie was that where Chris Rock played that white man?
I love that. No, wait a minute. Wait, sorry. That is my favorite movie. I saw that movie.
But no,
you want to carry this upside down.
Down to earth.
It was 911.
911.
We're back on topic.
That is my favorite movie because you know what?
Shout out to Chris Rock.
Your mic is not on because you were talking
Thank God. You got a button.
It's funny. No, it's shut down on the board.
Oh.
So.
Sigh.
Yeah. So I love that movie because. In the movie, there's actually a lot of more scenes that they don't show you on the TV version. So it was a good movie. But, we'll get back to this episode. But, yeah, I like that movie because they would always show him as black. He would do as comedian, and then he would do black jokes in a white body. So it's so funny because it's like,
remember the part where when he danced in the street, he was doing
he was doing rolling down the streets, smoking. He was singing Snoop Dogg.
But he was doing like this.
Yeah. It was like, wait a minute. And then it was a white guy doing like this. It was like he was offbeat. It was like, I was like, what is he doing? Like, then he went to Grace Papaya. That's why I love that movie. It just shows so much New York. He was at that powwow. He was at Papaya Dog. There's a birdie in the studio that's super loud now.
But allegedly. So this is not facts. It's what's the word? It's rumors. So. Charles Drew allegedly, the innovator for blood banks, allegedly he died from not being able to get a blood transfusion. It's pretty ironic. I don't know if it's true, but this story is in fact rumor and not proven to be true. But it's things that make you go,
They didn't want to give him no blood, but he the one that found out about the blood.
Open heart surgery.
All right, so the last.
Yeah, open heart surgery.
He had open heart surgery.
He created open heart surgery too.
He created open heart surgery.
Yeah. I'm quite sure it's that. Let me double check it, but I believe it was open heart surgery. When he actually needed it himself, he couldn't get it because he was black.
Oh, please look that up real quick. So we
no, I believe it, but I'm just saying it's just stupid because it's like I'm the creator for this. I'm doing all this research, but that's supposed to help science.
Yeah, he helped save people when he needed it for himself. He couldn't get it.
Why?
It's crazy, and I'm making it, but y'all not gonna give it to me because I'm black. I'm the one who created it.
Isn't it ironic?
That's why it's good to, create your own. And
Yeah,
he
He should
would've
have taught more
created-
black doctors how to do it.
It'd have been good, if
Because he would have been alive.
He would have been alive. That's so
He just
crazy.
should've taught, yeah.
So we're fact checking, but we were saying that.
no, I'm not unfamiliar with the story, but I just in awe, of the racism because it's like,
so
how were
repeat
you?
what somebody was saying off mic because they couldn't hear the viewer the listeners
No,
couldn't hear
repeated it. So he died off the open heart surgery that he couldn't get, even though he was the
because he
one.
was black.
He was the one who made a lot of scientific innovations in the medical industry. So how the hell isn't it so damn ironic? I'm the creator for this. I created these blood banks.
And what year?
I'm just
Bloody
saying.
year.
What year?
What year? What? What we got? Do.
Lord,
I had it on there, but it got cut off. That's
It's
the
okay.
thing. It was on
Some
the
rounds got a
outline.
little
Yeah,
bit messed
so.
up right here.
While you go to the next one,
Okay.
and then before we move on and highlight the professionals, let me look up the year of
Okay, she'll look it up.
Charles
So the
Darwin.
next person we have is Thomas J. Martin, and he created the fire extinguisher. And he also patented pipes and valves, not to be confused with the portable fire extinguisher in 1872.
So it's not the one that you guys are used to seeing, that portable one. I believe it was
That
just
one
like
that.
it was just like who knows, it might have been him, how that goes.
Okay, cool. So we got some good information today, right?
Yeah, it's just making me feel like empowered. But like when you look up a lot of these names,
Mm-hmm.
white people pop up. These people don't pop up. You got to put the name of the invention next to it. Because I'm like, who the hell is these? These ain't the people I'm looking for. But
That's crazy.
yeah,
So
because I just put up
Charles Drew.
yeah, and some other stuff came up.
Well, if you guys know of any black inventors, make sure you write, or innovators, or anybody, make sure you go to our Instagram page or YouTube and I know you guys can see us on YouTube, and put down there somebody that inspires you or you want us to read more about. We love to read about it, and tell us one of the innovations or inventions that you want us to highlight on Don't Say That Shh, because we're going to be highlighting all these great black people all month. February 1st.
he
we're
died.
here.
So he died in 1950. He was born in. Also, no, he probably been dead. He was born in 1904.
It's
He
okay.
wouldn't have been alive.
He wouldn't have been alive. I think my grandfather was born in 1908.
8.
Yeah,
He died in 1990.
He died in 1990.
Say again?
He probably been like over, like, what's that? Like
Your
100
grandfather
years
died
old?
in
Yeah, my
1990.
grandfather died in 1990.
He'd have been over 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he go 100. Unless he got that black magic, Why do they say black magic? But we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna say no black bad things for February.
All right, so moving along. So we
Moving
just
along.
gave y'all a little bit of empowerment, a little bit of sauce on how we've been
Sauce.
doing this. So now we're gonna highlight some professionals that we see every day.
Yeah.
And I don't see them every day because they're not on my timeline. But when I went out and looked for them,
Mhm.
I kept clicking on other pages because I was amazed at all this black awesomeness and greatness that I don't see highlighted. And I'm like, how dare we not talk about it on today's episode? So I have 3 people, and Lexus has 3 people, and the first person that I have, you might have more than 3 people, but yeah, I have 3 people. So I have Monique Rodriguez. She's a CEO of Mia Organics, a natural hair product company. Monique Rodriguez proves that with dedication and hard work, you can continue your dreams. Rodriguez states that although she had a minor setback in school, basically she failed a class in nursing school that held her back a year. She continues to push through by taking other classes that would, keep her in the mindset, okay, I'm still in school. She didn't take a break or anything like that. Rodriguez is, as I mentioned, she's the CEO of Mia Organics, a natural hair product company that came through with the fruition using science, because she had to use science and chemistry, because she was going to school to be a nurse.
Okay.
She actually is a registered nurse, but she's she is a CEO of a successful natural hair product company. You
Okay.
can find her products in Target.
Okay.
You can look her up on Instagram.
What's the name of the product you have?
Mia, so it's spelled M as in mother, I.
MIEL?
No, double L. Or
Yes,
M-I.
I know that product is purple, if I'm not mistaken. Miel products? Yeah, I know that product. Oh, that's
It's-
cool.
I think they did a rebranding.
I
'cause
didn't
it's
know
brown.
that. Okay,
Brown.
okay. That's cool. Who's your
Yeah,
next?
but so my and I think her I just recently started using a little bit more different products for my hair because when I first started to go natural, I was a product junkie, and then I learned like, okay, well my hair likes this, so I don't need to be using all these products. But I actually bought something from, I think it's called Uncle Funky.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Funky, they have like a curl stimulator. We're gonna get to that, and they have a curl stimulator, and then a curl stimulator is like a aloe gel, and They have like a leave-in conditioner, so I can do like
I
a
hate
nice.
They say curl simulator because everybody's hair not curly, but that's a whole nother topic. We'll get into that.
Well, they explain that on the bottle. They explain the type. I think I'm against hair typing, but the reason why I like it is because when you have hair typing, you can test the porosity of your hair, and it allows.
That's
you
a different thing. That's a whole different.
No, but that's what it's related to, and it allows you to be able to treat your hair a little bit better. So that's because I'm not a fan of it. You know, I don't like stuff like that. But we gonna get into that on another episode because we need to do a topic on something else. But anyway,
I'll say my person.
So I'm gonna read mine and then you read yours. So
you sure?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the next person I have is Dr. Herbert Oye. Oye. He's African, so I don't really know how to pronounce. You know, I don't be butchering. Yeah, it might be Oye. You know, I be butchering.
And you know it's Rodriguez because you have to roll the R's for the Puerto Ricans.
No, honey. But Oye, I don't.
No, she said the last lady's name was Rodriguez.
She's black.
She's black. I'm black
well,
and my name is Gonzalez.
Okay, so she's married and her husband's name is Rodriguez. I didn't get her maternal.
I'm black and my name is Gonzalez.
Paternal. Okay, so why you interrupting my? I'll let you talk. Okay. God damn it.
I was almost in the producer.
So Oye left Nigeria in the 1970s and moved to the United States to provide a better future for himself. A vascular surgeon, which is one who diagnoses, treats, and manages conditions in your arteries and your veins. He opened his own vascular surgery practice in West Virginia. I don't like West Virginia.
Sundown State, probably. Y'all, if y'all listen to our last episode, you'll know what a sundown state is. But back to the topic.
He also opened a hospital in his home place of Nigeria. Okay. But the accomplishments doesn't stop there. He had 4 children who all aspired to become doctors like Dad, and they're all in medical school. They're on Instagram. I tried to look for them heifers, but some of their Instagrams is private. Yeah, so I can't give you their Instagrams, but you can look up Herbert Oye. Herbert Oye. You can look him up.
Oh yeah. You supposed to bring out your African. Oye.
I don't like it.
Oye. Really, Wahala.
We're not doing that.
Yeah,
the people that going over crazy.
My next person, he from Milwaukee. I never seen him growing up there. So if you listening. Come in my circle. And next time I see Milwaukee, invite me in your section, okay? Anyway.
What?
Yeah, because I want to get them connects with some. Milwaukee is small. It's not like here.
You
so
really know him.
He's my age.
Okay. So what does he do?
So Brandon Rule, he grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, although originally from California, where his family were forced to vacate and move to the Midwest after an earthquake left his family homeless. If you're not familiar with the odds of success for blacks in Milwaukee, look it up. It's the second worst place in America for blacks voted by USA Today. And I knew that growing up there, but now to see it like statistically on like a magazine or website, I was just like, damn.
Unless you were Laverne and Shirley.
Oh God, somebody said unless you were Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, y'all remember the 70s show? That was awesome.
Oh, that 70s show it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that 70s show.
I remember Drew Carey show, Milwaukee. I'm corny. I'm
Man, I did not know those old
Unless you was related to a Marshall.
Who's Marshall? Marshall Mathers?
Who's that? Oh.
I'm playing. I'm just joking. I'm
Marshall,
talking.
who made the
Anyways, back
so
on
while
the
you
topic.
Google that person that she's telling us about, I'm going to finish.
Laverne and Shirley show created.
So yeah, basically, so in addition to Milwaukee being the second worst place for American, but specifically for black men, that is incarceration rate is crazy. But actually, just if you want to know, FYI, Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and Iowa is the first place. So moving along, Rule eventually started his own real estate company. So you people that's into real estate, you realtors, listen up. He started his own real estate company in his 20s. Rule Enterprises, which recently got the nod for a $41 million project, which includes the construction of a 30,000 square foot grocery store, 150 unit apartment building, and 345 foot space parking garage on a city-owned lot. Rule is a motivational speaker, which, is very fitting as he is indeed a rose that grew from the concrete. You can check him out on his latest business ventures on his website, BrandonRule.com, or on his Instagram at @B_Rule.
Cool. You got some good people there. That's
Brandon Rule, I was glad. It's so, and we, this information is there, but, again, I'm guilty of this, we don't look for it. So that's what I think I'm going to work on for Black History. That's what I'm going to do in addition to some of the other things we have coming up. But, yeah, go ahead and read your 3.
Okay, I got a couple more.
And not your 3, whatever.
I got some people.
I keep saying 3.
So, I have Brandon Frame. He's a creator of the Black Man Can. It's an organization that celebrates, educates, and inspires boys and men of color. And what he does is he just wants to bring black men to boys to make them their mentors, because they feel like he needs black people. You know,
I thought of boys to men.
Boys to men, Jesus Christ. They bring men. They have this initiative where they have boys are mentored by older men, so that they can, if they don't have a man in their life or they need a little bit more help, they can seek it out from the men that they find there. Also, I have Marquis Reynolds. And Marquis is actually only 30 years old. So I met her. She's really cool. And guess what? She is already at 30. She's a doctor of physical therapy. So that's right. She's a doctor. Okay? Right here in Harlem. And she has this thing called the private practice, the pelvic floor physical therapy. So she wants to let you guys know that you need to know about your pelvic floor. And she realized that gotta get your walls back tight. But we're not gonna talk about that. But no, it really is about that. It's about health in your pelvic floor, especially after you have sex. Sex shouldn't be uncomfortable. She lets you know that after you have a baby. And she said a lot of our white counterparts, they actually they know about this, because most of their clients are white, and she said there's literally no black people that know about this, and they need it she said after certain traumas to your pelvic area, or like a baby, or just things in your life, you should visit. Yeah, it's traumatic. Like when you have a baby, your canal, everything is like, just shows a little bit, bust wide open. So you gotta make sure you get that right back, So that snap back, you need a physical therapist for your pelvic area. Like people get physical therapy for their knees, they get physical therapy for other parts of their body. You need to get physical therapy for your vagina. So so that's what she gave me some good tips. So she has these meetings once a month, and she lets people know about stuff. So you should go on her Instagram and follow her, the private practice. I also have a guy a lot of people may know called Jeffrey Canada. Do you know who Jeffrey Canada is?
Never heard of him.
Jeffrey Canada, you should know about him. He's created Harlem Children's Zone. So I'm a product of Harlem Children's Zone. I went to CSO, and I went to ETC, so Employment Technology Center here in Harlem on 119th Street. When I first went, they were actually on Lenox Avenue. That's how I tell you how old I am. And they were on. I love ETC, and everybody there.
After school.
Employment Technology Center is. They have a lot of after school programs, and Harlem Children's Zone is a zone where they want to make. They wanted to make sure that children in Harlem got through high school and went to college and finished college.
I like
not just
like
went
that.
to college, but actually finished, because it's not just going. You gotta complete the task.
Yeah, and it's hard.
And they follow you throughout that. So what they do is they start you now. They actually start you from kids. So they have this thing called the Harlem Gems program, and they have these other programs where they actually brought me in, where I did the parenting classes with my kids, and then they teach you how to just teach your kids in healthy eating habits, and they teach you how to
do that one day, like a little date.
Yeah,
that would be cute. Like a what do they call those, play dates?
Play dates. I don't know if black people do that, but we'll get back on that.
We don't do it for Black History.
We don't do it for Black History Month. But they help their children from when they're young, and they take them throughout their whole life. So now they've actually created schools now where they can actually help them in the daytime, not only after school but during school. So they have them in school, after school, and then through college. And when college, they have CSO, which is the College Success Office, where they actually got me my first internship at a place called Pinch Food Design, where I learned how to do like one bite food. So it was pretty cool. I learned a lot from him. And Jeffrey Canada was the CEO up until 2014. I think now somebody else runs it. He's not as hands-on anymore, but he's been noted in other things. Yeah, he's been noted in things like Obama's speeches. Obama talks about him a lot. Just talk about his whole thing. So it's pretty cool. Also, I wanted to highlight Mahisha Dillinger. So, do you know who Mahisha is?
Girl, you know.
I'm asking. I'm talking to you.
I done told yourself I don't know.
We've
That's
been
why
on this podcast since September. She think I'm supposed to be asking her the question. She's supposed to be pretending with me. I'll play this. So Mahisha Mahisha is actually the CEO and owner of Curls, the products that I wear in my hair.
Yes.
So everybody always
I don't remember her
asks
name.
me, how do I get my hair so cute and curly, and why does it smell so good? So it smells so great because of Mahisha. And Mahisha created this product out of her garage with her first daughter she had, Kiana. And she's created this product, and she's had it for over 20 years now. She has other kids that's from then, and she's been married. But this was just a creation that she wanted to make sure that black girls can see themselves on products. So she wanted to make sure that her daughters and herself and her friends can see themselves on these products and can use products that
I
actually
remember you were telling
hair.
me, like, when she does her promotion and, like, her marketing, she
It's
has
black girls.
purposely people of color.
Yes.
I don't know all the girls black.
Yeah.
But, like, people of color.
The people of color.
People of
So
color.
black,
and it's important
Spanish,
to see.
everything,
It
yes.
represents to see. People think that when black people have things like, with just us, they think that it's us being racist or we're closing off other people, but we need to see ourselves. It's enough of us walking around with these straight women, white women wigs, and that's cool. I have a few white women wigs at home, and I love them. But my hair doesn't grow out like that. My real hair that sprouts out my scalp doesn't lay like that.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? People like to say that, like, oh, you don't have it's a black product. Can I use it for my hair? I've been using herbal essences and fruit teas all my life.